everyone, Mary Pat here with Seal with a Kiss and Some Odd Girl, and today I'm going to color the brand new Digi stamp that's going to be released this month in February. And it's a little fairy, a little sprite, and she is just about the cutest thing ever. I just really love these little fairy and sprite images that Christy makes. So I thought I would do a quick Spectrum Noir coloring video for this. So I kind of have the color schemes that I'm going to do down here I'm going to do using the PP 5 and 6 and the BT 4 and 5. The wings are going to be in the GG 1 and 2. This golden, the flower is going to be in this golden colors with the GB 1, 2, 3, and 4 with that. And so first off, we're going to start with her skin tones. And I am going to you start off with the lightest color. I know there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. This is just the way that I do. Starting off with FS2, and again, I'm not a coloring expert on this, but this is just the way I color it. And I'm just coloring in little tiny circles. And I move the paper all the time. I just think it works better for me so I can see. Okay, next I'm going to go in with FS3, and I'm just going to kind of make a little outline around and then I'm even going to go with a touch darker because she's probably been outside a lot, being this cute little sprite and fairy, so she probably is kind of a little darker than I would normally do because she's probably a little tan with that. And then I'm going to use some FS4 to color in her cheek with that. Now I'm going to go back in with my lightest color and go FS2 and just kind of blend all the colors together and just going over them lightly in little circles. I kind of like jump around when I'm coloring. So next I'm going to go with, I'm going to color her dress. I'm going to use the PP 5 and 6 for this. And again, I'm going to start with my lightest color and go around. And again, I'm just moving in little tiny circles. And now I'm going to add some shading in and go with the darker color and just kind of where the creases are, and then just kind of towards the bottom of the skirt, her little dress, on her shoulders. Just kind of going back in with my lighter color, my 5, and just kind of blending the colors just a pinch. I like that. Now I am going in and going to start on, she kind of has, looks like a little bib. And with that, I'm going to use BT 4 and 5. Starting again with my lightest color. And then I'm going to go in with the BT 5 and kind of add the buttons to be a little bit darker with that. And just kind of touch it up. I'm liking that. Okay, next I want to work on her wings, and I want the wings to be very, very light. So I'm going with this GG1, and I'm just going to like that. Okay, next I'm going to work on the beautiful flower that's there, and my paper kind of has like a gold tone to it, so that's why I'm going kind of more with these colors with more of a gold tone in that. And so I am starting off, and I'm going to start, I think, with I think I'm going to maybe do 2, 3, and 4 of GB. So I'm just coming in and doing quick. You can see that's getting very saturated, and that's kind of what I want to get it to where they blend very easily. Now I'm going in with my GB3, and I am kind of going to do a flicking motion where I just take my pen and I put the tip down and then just flip up and do that. So I'm kind of doing a flicking motion, and I like to move my paper around. So, and again, I'm just kind of putting my pen down and flicking. So nothing. I want to do the same kind of like within the center, because you figure in the center it might be the darkest with that. And then just kind of go on the outline here. Okay. And then I'm going to go with my darkest color. And again, I'm just going to now, I just kind of want to follow the lines that are already created. And just kind of add a little bit more depth. This color is running a little. Okay. I'm now going in with my darkest shade, GB5. I decided to go a little bit in with that, just because my GB4 was kind of running out. So I'm just going to kind of add just a pinch more darkness, just very lightly. Nothing drastic on any of this. Just I want to give it a little bit more in there. And now I'm going to go back with my lightest color, and I'm just going to kind of blend it again all out. Kind of going up against where I colored, and then just kind of pulling the color out just a pinch with that. And that, ooh, I just, gorgeous. Really, really like how that came out. And I think I'm just going to add just a pinch more of the GB5. Again, just right here. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Love that. Okay. Next, we're going to go into the stem. Okay, I'm going to now go and color the stem of the flower, and I'm going to use the color combination of, and it's here, CG2, DG2, and add a little bit of the DG4, the darkest color. So I'm starting again with my CG2, and kind of just going in that. Now I'm going in with my DG2, and again I'm just kind of flicking a little bit of the darker color in, but I still want to keep some of the lighter color to bring that out and to get the shading. And now with the darkest color, again, I really don't want a lot of it, and so I'm just going to kind of go where it would naturally kind of be a little bit darker on that, and just kind of flick a little bit in there. Nothing drastic. I'm going to go back in with my DG2 and kind of lengthen that out and blend that harshness out and carry it down. And so it's kind of pulling some of the color out, yet still keeps, oh, I like that. Okay, the last thing I have left, it seems like I always leave hair and eyes to be the last one. And so I'm going to go with kind of like a brown color for her hair. And I'm going to start with GB1. And this is kind of just to add, I kind of just color it lightly through here. And I can just, this is when I always find my mistakes. So I found I didn't carry her ear down enough, so I just went in with a little bit of FS2 and carried that down. And just kind of using the lightest color here, there. So now I'm going to go in to continue with her hair. I'm going to go with GB8. And now I'm going to just kind of make some of the strands with that. And again, I'm going to use that where I push down and then flicking motion with that. And just kind of flick. What's great is that Christy gives you, you know, already the strands that are kind of in there already. So it really helps out with that. And look again, see as I'm coloring, I just see a little bit of her face that I left out. So I can just go on in, add that in. Now I'm going to go with my next darkest, and that's going to be my GB10. And again, I just want to add just a little bit. And again, I'm just going to go in and flick that color out and add that in. Some of the darker colors. She's been out in the sun, so she's going to have kind of like a sun-kissed hair, and she's got some of the blonde peeking through with that. So now I kind of want to blend it together, and I'm going to go back with my GB1 and just kind of go and bring those colors so they're not quite as harsh. And then this is when you can see where you need to add a little bit more of the color with that. So like I've noticed right up here I've left a little bit, and I'm just going to go in with a little bit of EB5, and that's just a little darker. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going to be working with DG1 and DG2. And what I like to do is I go with my lightest shade and just kind of go around the eyes once, and then I put the darker shade up on top, and I only go halfway with that. I'm going to cut her out, and I've kind of made this base so you can see how the colors match the card. And I'll have the card, I have the sentiment, you brighten my day, and I'll have this up on my blog. It's sealed with a kiss. So thank you so much for joining me on a quick tutorial on coloring with the Spectrum Noir and Some Odd Girl stamps. See you soon. Bye.